Hello everybody, Angel Arts here, and welcome back to another episode of Gay Let's Play Dragon Age Inquisition. In our last episode, we made it into the Temple of Nathal, and we had to solve a very simple puzzle to continue on and go after Corypheus. Apparently he wasn't actually looking for the Luvians after all. He was looking for something called the Well of Sorrows, whatever it is that thing does. Whoa.
Hold them off!
Oh boy. More Red Templar. We are surrounded. I like those odds. Wall those. Haha. Counter-strike. Nice. Go, Soul, let's go.
Come on, we might catch them.
Hold a moment. While they rush ahead, this leads to our true destination. We should walk the petitioner's path as before.
You've an army dying out there, Inquisitor. We're wasting time fiddling with this magic. If jumping down will get us out faster, we should do it.
In this case, I must agree with the witch. This is ancient ground, deserving of our respect.
You see the urgency? We cannot find the Well of Sorrows unprepared.
You want the well, don't you? I don't think Art believes that. Are you certain?
We don't know what's behind those doors. They might have a reason for going another way.
Had they the option, they would have proceeded. That must lead to their goal.
Their goal, or yours?
I don't know.
There is a danger to the natural order. Legends walked Thedas once, things of might and wonder. Their passing has left us all the lesser. Corypheus would squander the ancient power of the well. I would have it restored.
I wasn't expecting your answer to be so romantic.
Trust me, your surprise is matched only by my own. Mankind blunders through the world, crushing what it does not understand. Elves, dragons, magic. The list is endless.
That's true.
We must stem the tide, or be left with nothing more than the mundane. This I know to be true. I read more in the first chamber than I revealed. It said a great boon is given to those who use the Well of Sorrows, but at a terrible price.
What is this boon and price then?
What exactly did that altar say about the Well of Sorrows?
Like most elven writing, it was insufferably vague.
Right.
The term I deciphered was Halam Shivanas, the sweet sacrifice of duty. It implies the loss of something personal for duty's sake, yet for those who served at this temple, a worthwhile trade.
I don't think Art would want to risk that. I don't think... Art's not really much of a gambler.
What sort of curse should we brace ourselves for if we use the well?
'Twould be easier by far to advise you of a curse. This price is not so well defined. My priority is your cause, but if the opportunity arises to save this well, I am willing to pay the cost.
And gain what?
That is what we must discover. The rituals may point the way.
I feel like we have a choice. Follow Samson through the hole or perform the rituals. Oh, this is tough. See, here's what I was thinking. I was almost pretty much gung-ho in listening to Morrigan and Solus for a number of reasons. One, Solus, he respects Solus. Art really respects Solus. And, he understands, like just from Solus himself saying it alone, Art was pretty much convinced, okay, maybe we should go through the rituals. And then Morrigan, the thing she says, as a mage, Art pretty much agrees with that. That, he agrees that men have a tendency to destroy or distrust things that they don't understand. Like elves, dragons, magic. And Art does feel like those kind of things need to be preserved. So he pretty much was completely on the side of, yeah, let's go through these rituals and save the well. However, Morrigan said that you'd had to pay a price. That price was not really specified. It didn't say it was a curse per se. It said that you had to lose something very personal. And I don't know if Art, he's not a gambling man. So I'm torn. I'm torn, guys. What would Art do? Follow Samson through the hole or perform the rituals? That doesn't mean that he won't gamble, it's just he normally doesn't gamble. It's way out of his comfort zone. But he really thinks that saving the well, he has no interest in gaining power. He doesn't want to gain the power. That's not what he wants. That's far from what Art wants. But saving the well is what he wants, not the power itself. What would Art do? This is tough. I love these decisions, guys. Like the Dragon Age Inquisition decisions, it's not so clear. I find myself not really clearly thinking what exactly my character would do.
You abandon these rituals, Inquisitor? Think carefully. There is no return once we leap after the Templars.
Solus says he says go to the ritual. Morrigan says go to the ritual. Blackwell says go after Samson. So that's 2 out of 3 already. Varric doesn't seem to care either way. And Art was leaning towards going through the rituals. Does Art have anything to lose? The only thing he has to lose right now is Dorian. That's probably the most valuable thing to him right now. This is sounding a lot like the opposite of the God Ritual. You either do the God Ritual with Morrigan, or you and your either you or your lover doesn't end up surviving. You have to have the ritual in order to survive. You or your lover to survive. This is sounding like if you do the ritual, something bad might happen to Art. Something bad might happen to Art, in which case he would, like, he might lose Dorian. He doesn't want the power, though. The power is not what he wants. He wants to save the well. Preserve the well. Okay. If you look at it objectively, like I said, 2 out of 3. Blackwall says no. Solus, whom he respects a lot and trusts. That's the thing. Art's trust in Solus weighs a lot. Probably weighs more than Art's uneasiness to gamble. So Solus and that uneasiness to gamble kind of cancel each other out. That leaves Morrigan and Blackwall. Blackwall kind of lost a lot of his trust. See, the problem is Art kind of lost a lot of trust in Blackwall because he lied to him. So that's kind of why right now he kind of trusts Morrigan more than Blackwall, even though Morrigan has only been around a shorter time than Blackwall. Morrigan could easily be lying, and in fact she has shown that she has hidden something from Art this whole time, so maybe they're back in the middle. So all that's left is what Art initially wanted to do, and he wanted to follow the ritual. So because of that, I think that broke the tie. We're gonna go and work on the ritual. Open this door by completing the rituals. Okay. I'm hoping I don't regret this choice, guys. If Art's gonna die at the end of this, I'll be sad, but I'm gonna have to accept. I'll have to accept the consequences of my choice. I hope Art doesn't learn to regret this. Can I do that? Jump? Did I do it? Oh, I see. Not to go to the other one. Oh. Okay, this is tough. That's all of them, right? Alright. Does that reset all of them? I feel like that reset all of them. Well, this one definitely does take more effort. It takes a lot more effort to do this than jumping down towards Samson. So maybe that'll count for something. Yeah, and these got reset too. So go here. That did something.
Indeed. Time to proceed to the next ritual, I should think.
I hope I don't regret this. Really, really hope I don't regret this, guys. Art's trusting Solus. That's really what it comes down to. He's trusting Solus. Solus has not steered him wrong. The only thing is, see, Art trusts Solus. Me, the player, however, I can't help but feeling there's something. Solus is hiding something. I don't know if it's necessarily anything malicious. It's not necessarily. He's not necessarily hiding anything malicious, but.
Yes.
Are you certain Corypheus is using the power of the Blight to make himself immortal?
Perhaps you forget. I was in Ferelden during the Fifth Blight.
Yes.
I have seen a true archdemon rage. How Corypheus gained the power to send his soul into blighted bodies, that is the real question.
Well, answering that question, let us destroy Corypheus for
I
good.
hope so.
Perhaps. I would suggest first dealing with the well. If Corypheus obtains it, any chance of success could be lost.
I want to discuss the well again.
I
It's
see.
just like the ritual.
An opportunity to use the well may not even arise. I understand this. All I meant to suggest is that, if it does, I be the one to do so.
Okay.
I am willing to accept the consequences.
What about your son?
What if something happens to you? What about your son?
Kieran is a strong lad. He will thrive, with or without me.
Are you sure of that?
I am sure of precious little these days.
I'm sure a godchild will probably be
Yes.
probably health-wise will be okay. Mentally, I'm not sure. Where are we in the temple, Morrigan?
Do you know what this part of the temple was used for?
It may have served as a chamber of reflection, perhaps to contemplate the righteousness of one's cause. More importantly, I suspect none were permitted beyond this area without a priest. Ancient texts claim Mythal passed judgment in the flesh, but 'twas surely the priests who proclaimed rulings here.
Why did the ancient elves insist on so many rites?
We may safely assume one did not petition high priests for Mythal's justice by strolling up and knocking. I see no more insufferable ceremony here than in a chantry.
More rituals? What are they for? Do you know?
I believe they signify an intent to lay oneself bare, to champion a cause without pity, regret, or shame. Mythal's cult was not fond of vacillation. One approached them with nothing less than complete confidence.
What happened to those who were less sure of themselves?
Good question.
Legend does not say.
Convenient.
Perhaps this place has a more gruesome history than we know.
You said this Mythal was worshipped as a goddess?
So one assumes. What is a god but a being of immense power? The dread old gods were nothing more than dragons, after all. They rise as archdemons, and they die. Perhaps Mythal was a powerful elf, a ruler among her kind. History often plays storyteller with facts.
You admit lack of knowledge, and yet dismiss her so readily?
I do not dismiss her. I question her supposed divinity. One need not be a god to have value. Truthfully, I'm uncertain Mythal was even a single entity. The accounts are varied.
Again, good call in bringing Solus here.
There are varied accounts of Mythal?
In most stories, Mythal rights wrongs while exercising motherly kindness. Let fly your voice to Mythal, deliverer of justice, protector of sun and earth alike. Other paint her as dark, vengeful. Pray to Mythal and she would smite your enemies, leaving them in agony.
More Dalish tales, I assume.
Tell me what you know, Solus.
If you know more about this, Solus, speak.
The oldest accounts say Mythal was both of these, and neither. She was the mother, protective and fierce. That is all I will say. This is not a place to stir up old stories.
Well then.
Whatever the truth, all accounts of Mythal end the same. Exiled to the beyond with her brethren.
What do you mean, exiled?
Tricked by the Dread Wolf, as all the elven gods were said to be, trapped in a land beyond the Fade. Many Dalish believe this is why the elves fell from grace, and their gods did not save them. Or perhaps they were simply rulers slain by Tevinter. Who can say?
You've seen the elves here. They seem odd.
Indeed. Two things are possible. One, this is a group of Dalish separated from their brethren, cultists, fanatic in their desire to keep humans away. Two, these are elves descended from the ancients, having resided here since before the fall of Alathan. The second appears unlikely, but if true, the implications are astounding.
Is that even possible? How?
With magic, anything is possible.
Yeah.
Whatever the truth, the Guardians successfully kept the temple a secret. They must kill all who enter, even the Dalish.
Interesting.
A more sensible question might be, why?
I'm wondering if it's because they don't want anyone to use the rituals.
Let's continue.
As you
They
wish.
don't want anyone to make it to the Temple of Sorrows, which is what we're kind of doing right now. Oh boy. Well, Morrigan said that she would be the one to take the risk. I don't know if that appeases me. It doesn't appease me, the player. That might appease Art. Me, the player, I can't help but feel like something... You never know with Morrigan. She probably has an ulterior motive. I know she has an ulterior motive. The question is it necessarily malicious in nature? Is it necessarily selfish in nature?
There. The ritual is
Hope
complete.
you're happy, Morrigan.
We are close. There is but one more path to follow.
One more path. You have anything else to say, Mori?
Yes?
I already asked this, though.
Do you know what this part of the temple was used for?
It may have served as a chamber of reflection, perhaps to contemplate the righteousness of one's cause. More importantly, I suspect none were permitted beyond this area without a priest. Ancient texts claim Mythal passed judgment in the flesh, but 'twas surely the priests who proclaimed rulings here.
Alright, that's all.
Let's continue.
As you wish.
One more ritual. It's over here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Arbor's Blessing. Okay. Let's go ahead and finish this ritual. This one shouldn't be too bad, I don't think. This actually seems relatively straightforward. Oh, this one's gonna be... Oh, I see. Yeah, alright. This one's gonna be hard. Alright. Let's see what we can do. What happens if I do this? Okay. So as soon as I leave, it's going to say nope, 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 nope. That barrier thing is what's keeping me from... This one's tricky. Okay. And there's no way here. Right, okay. Maybe I just have to do... pull. Ah. Gotcha. And then I'm gonna lose it here. Okay. Oh, I have to pull that lever again. Darn it. Alright. Okay. Pull this lever. Here we go. Here we go.
There. Everything is lit.
So, what now?
Come, let us see if the doors have opened.
Alright, we did it, guys. We went through the ritual. Let's see what's beyond the door. Now what's gonna happen?
'Tis not what I expected. What was this chamber used for?
We're being watched.
Yeah. Elves? Elves.
Vernavis,
Solus? Translate?
you are unlike the other invaders. You stumble down our paths at the side of one of our own. You bear the mark of magic, which is familiar. How has this come to pass? What is your connection to those who first disturbed our slumber?
They are my enemies as well as yours.
I am called Abelas. We are Sentinels,
Sentinels.
tasked with standing against those who trespass on sacred ground. We wake only to fight, to preserve this place. Our numbers diminish with each invasion. I know what you seek. Like all who have come before you, you wish to drink from the Vira Belasan.
The place of the Way of Sorrows. He speaks of the well.
It is not for you. It is not for any of you.
What is this Vira Belasan exactly?
It is a path, one walked only by those who toiled in Mithal's favor.
He speaks of priests, perhaps.
More than that, you need not know.
So, you're elves from ancient times? Before the Tevinter Imperium destroyed Arlathan?
The Shemlin did not destroy Arlathan. We Elven warred upon ourselves. By the time the doors to this sanctuary closed, our time was over.
Interesting.
We awaken only when called, and each time find the world more foreign than before.
Interesting.
It is meaningless. We endure. The Vira Belasan must be preserved.
Well, like I said, Art has no interest in drinking from this thing. It sort of reminds me of the, what is that from Greek, either Greek or Roman mythology, the Well of the Furies? Is it called the Well of the Furies? Something in Greek or Roman mythology says that if you drink from this well, you essentially become a god. You transform and gain the powers of a god. So I'm wondering if they're doing the exact same thing here with this storyline. I'm so glad I brought Solus with me.
Solus, perhaps he'll listen to you.
What shall I say, Inquisitor? Shall I sway him from a millennia of service by virtue of our shared blood? He clings to all that remains of his world, because he lacks the power to restore it.
Alright, well never mind. We mean you no harm, that well could be useful. We came to stop Corypheus.
We came to stop Corypheus. He's here to take your well, not I.
I believe you. Trespassers you are, but you have followed rites of petition. You have shown respect to Mithal.
I'm so glad.
If these others are enemies of yours, we will aid you in
Oh, I'm so
destroying them.
glad.
When this is done, you shall be permitted to depart. And never return.
That's fine by me.
This is our goal, is it not? There is no reason to fight these Sentinels.
Yes, there's no reason.
Consider carefully. You must stop Corypheus, yes, but you may also need the well for your own.
No. 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 This is the part where Art says no, and this is very clear. We will ally. Accept Sentinel Elves' bargain. I don't trust them. Refuse to offer. We may need that well. Refuse the Sentinel's offer. Refuse. No, we will ally. Art, like I said, zero interest in gaining more power. He's gotten, if you think about it, Art has been spoiled with power. Power has been thrown into his lap when he never asked for it, and he never wanted it. He never wanted to become Inquisitor. He's glad that he is Inquisitor so that he could do what he can to help save the world, but it's not because he wants power. He just wants to be able to help everybody else stop this madness from happening. So I think Art has been overwhelmed, very much so. Has been horribly, like I said, he's still a very humble, simple Qunari that never really asked for this in the first place, and it's just been dropped on his lap. He has already been overwhelmed with power as it is. He doesn't want any more power. That's the last thing he wants. So this is actually a very clear decision. I don't trust them in that well. We will ally.
I accept your offer.
You will be guided to those you seek. As for the Vira Belasan, it shall not be despoiled, even if I must destroy it.
And that's
myself.
your call.
No!
Morrigan! Oh, great. Oh my gosh, guys. This is not good. I have a feeling Morrigan's gonna get to the well anyway. Regardless of what our decision was, Morrigan's getting to that well. Oh boy. Alright, guys, I have to stop it here. Whew, this is getting good. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Gay Let's Play Dragon Age Inquisition. Tune in next time, everybody. This is getting so good. And until next time, love yourselves and love each other.